Where so much of this begins. What can you do? We probably all are touched by people who perhaps are involved in domestic violence or child abuse. You can work, yes, with law enforcement, but we're not interested in just breaking up homes, putting people away in jail. We want to stop the violence in the home. That's where we want to stop it. There are many that ask, why is the district attorney's office involved in crime prevention? You know, we put people away in prison. Sure, we put people away in prison. But if we really want to end some of the violence, you prevent it in the first place. Not by putting someone in prison after the act of violence is being committed. What you can do, and this is what I'm asking on behalf of all elected officials, we need to give our youngsters hope. If youngsters have hope, they don't live lives of violence. If they don't live lives of violence, we are all going to be living peaceful lives. Let's work together to reach that goal. Thank you for being here.
In addition, I think the two gentlemen from the mayor's office have a presentation they'd like to make.
Good afternoon. I just have one question to ask. What do we want? Peace! What do we want? Yeah! What do we want? Peace! What do we want? Yeah! Stop the what? Violence! Stop the what? Violence! Stop the what? Violence! Stop the what? Violence! There are primarily three organizations today that, on behalf of Mayor Richard Riordan, who is ill in his bed this morning, I'd like to recognize and like to bring up my colleague John Lee to assist me. The Violence Prevention Coalition of Greater Los Angeles, Drive by Agony, and Violence Against Gun Violence. These organizations, and if you just look around you, ladies and gentlemen, you'll realize that violence knows no race, no creed, no color. Violence is universal, but as a community, we have to begin to take back our communities by stopping the violence, as the district attorney said, first in the home, and then by block, by neighborhood, by neighborhood. And if I could have the district attorney join me, please. If the councilwoman hasn't departed, I'd like her to also join me. Mr. Cressy, Ann Lane, and Ms. Hawkins here also. We understand that a recognition is just simply that, a recognition. And we understand that the ruling groundwork is being and constantly being done by these individuals who represent these great organizations. However, just a token of our appreciation of what you've been doing, and we continue and ask for your success and Godspeed. So on behalf of Mayor Richard Riordan, I'd like to present you with these certificates of commendation for your present work and the work that you'll be doing in the future. And once again, just like to ask, what do we want? Peace! What do we want? Now! Nothing else needs to be said. Thank you very much.
Well, we'll take them one at a time. This is for the this is greetings from the mayor to the Stop the Violence March. And I'm going to give myself a momentary promotion here and read it as if it were me. As mayor of the city of Los Angeles, on behalf of its citizens, it gives me great pleasure to extend my warm greetings to the coordinators and participants of the Stop the Violence Now March. Violence in our city streets is unacceptable, and I support any activity that demonstrates how communities can join together to end violence. I commend the efforts of the Violence Prevention Coalition of Greater Los Angeles. Excuse me, best wishes for a most successful event, which we've already had. Sincerely, Richard Riordan, and I'd like to join in supporting that myself.
I'd like to present this to Ms. Lane. Women Against Gun Violence organization. And on behalf of Mayor Rich Reardon, I'd like to wish you much success today and the years ahead. Thank you very much.
This one's to Jeff. You've heard Jeff. We've heard Jeff. He's a marvelous resource for us all. So Jeff, on behalf of the mayor, thank you.
Councilwoman Rita Walters wanted me to also bring her greetings. She had to leave into another event. I want to thank you for her participation. Thank you very much. On behalf of Mayor Reardon, thank you.
Thank you. We hoped we would have a quick program. At this time, I would like to also give our thanks to the people who have helped so much with this event. The Best Foundation, BFI, Terry Chico McKinnon, CYGS, and the City of Westminster, and Tony Bourbon from CYGS for helping organize all of this. Thank you. To Ed Dotto of Patrick Media for the billboards, to James Hahn, the city attorney, for getting the buses back for us when we lost them. How many of you are here on city buses or buses provided by the city? Can I see? Okay. To the Los Angeles County Department of Health Services, the department I work for allowing me to use so much of their staff. To the Los Angeles Times for their tremendous support. To Beatrice Lewis of KNBC, Bobby Murray, who's coordinated all of our media and all of the publicity for us. To Power 106 FM. To Vecinos Unidos, and to my staff, Ina Barnes, Myrtle Green, Maria Guerrero, Holly Spitsky, Sandy Kelly, Eric Knighton, Derek Moses, and Dr. David Sanchez. Thank you. Now, yes, let's give them a hand. Thank you. And I know you're tired of standing, so we're going to go real quick. I'd like to have Reverend Romney Lilly from the Southern Area Clergy Council, and after that will be the Inner City Poets. And then when we're going to read the names and ask you to come up, and those of you who have lost loved ones to violence, to come up, and each of you to announce their name as we have, we release the balloons, and we also will have,
to open. Finally, what they were saying came clear. Kevin's been shot. Oh no. Oh my God. Not my baby. We raced to the hospital, my husband, daughter, and I, in silence, not knowing what the other is thinking. I'm praying he's going to be okay, thinking this can't be true. This only happens to other people, to bad people, not people like us. In the emergency room, we're told a doctor will be out soon. No, I can't tell you anything else, the nurse says. As time goes by, slowly waiting, pacing, watching the clock tick second by second, minute by agonizing minute. What's going on? Are they working on him? Is he going to be okay? Finally, I shout, what's taking so long? Finally, after 20 minutes, a doctor and two nurses tell us, please come in this room. We're taken into a small room and told to sit down. Your son has been shot 5 times. 3 in the back and 2 in his head. I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Will, your son is brain dead. I start screaming, my arms flailing all over. No, no, not my baby. Oh God, please, not my Kevy. You can see him, they say. He's brain dead, but talk to him. He lay there naked and cold with only a sheet to cover him. 5 bullet holes in his still perfect-looking body. Brain dead, they tell me, but his heart's still pumping blood to all his vital organs. I can see the bullet that did what the intruder intended, resting just under his ear. That's the bullet that went all the way through his head, ripping his brain apart. He's been silenced by cold, hard steel, piercing his brain with such a fierce drive, through flesh, bone, and all the time taking his life inch by inch, slowly dying. A voice now still, sweet lips that will never smile, that smile we all came to love. I whisper over and over, I love you, Kevin. Please don't die. I need you here with me. Please, Kevin.